welcome to our first episode of At Home, a weekly show dedicated to all things primitive. In this week's episode, we will cover the history of make-do chairs, decorating tips, product highlights, country stores that you might love, questions and answers from Facebook, and upcoming primitive shows. Thank you and enjoy the show. The history of make-do chairs. Make-do chairs were originally created not because of their looks, but because they served a purpose, to keep the person sitting warm from drafts that many older homes and fireplaces had. Their history dates back to the 18th century when the wingback chair was invented. While some people could acquire the newly styled chair, many people could not. So they would make do with what they had and build their own from an old ladderback chair by adding a high back and sides from whatever scraps of wood were available and covering it with whatever fabrics they had, including quilts that were just laying around. Enjoy the rest of the pictures. Tip of the week. Don't throw away that old window. Don't throw away that old shutter door. Sand it down. Put it on a cabinet. Recycle. Makes a really cool accent piece. And I'll show you some pictures. How it's done. Question and answer segment. Debbie Parsons from Facebook asked, do we build all of our own furniture? Yes, Debbie, in fact we do build all of our own furniture. We use pine, tiger maple, cherry, everything you can think of. We make it all right here in Aston. We paint it here, we ship it out all throughout US and Canada. We do not use any outside sources for our furniture making needs. How long is your procedure for distressing your furniture? Well, that depends on the piece of furniture. We do make very tiny pieces like bowls and little cubbies and whatnot, and they can take anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes to distress. And then you have big, huge armoires, which sometimes could take me as long as 3 to 3.5 hours to distress. Where do you get your patterns for your pieces? We do not get our patterns from anywhere. We get them from Beth. She has developed about 580 pieces for Primitiques throughout the last 10 years, and basically every piece has come right from her head. So next week we'll have a bunch more questions and answers for you. Here is our product of the week, a new piece by Primitiques. It's a storage unit. You can put your shoes, socks, mittens in there. This piece is in Ella Blue over Brown. Enjoy.
this is our Store of the Week segment. This week we'll be featuring A Simpler Time in Ripon, Wisconsin. Owner is Jude Jansen. This is her website we're looking at now, asimplertime.com. As you can see, she's got beautiful things, baskets, game boards, dolls, wonderful selection of lighting, mirrors, everything primitive that you would want. A great selection of redware, and of course wooden bowls. Enjoy the rest of the pictures. Tip of the week. Sometimes people get stuck in a rut and all they like is one certain style. Well, we decided that we really love to have primitive and high country together. They really complement each other. The slickness of the tiger maple brings out the grunginess of the blue, and the blunt grunginess of the blue brings out the tiger maple. We love putting this throughout our house. Our kitchen, in fact, is blue and tiger maple. Don't be afraid to mix and match. See you next week for another tip.
This segment is about upcoming primitive shows. Our first show is Butternut Hill Antique Show in Backville, New York, August 10th through the 16th. Our second show is Days of the Pioneer Show in Clinton, Tennessee, September 11th and 12th. If there are any shows that you would like us to mention in our next episode, just send them to us. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for watching our first episode at Home. If you have any questions or comments, please direct them to primitiques@verizon.net. Don't forget, find your prim within.